Assalamu alaikum, sister. Thank you for writing to our live session. As I understand your situation, your boyfriend is Muslim, and you really do love him a lot, and you hope to marry him in the future. The problem is that you have cheated on him and committed adultery, and I can imagine that hurt him very much. Um, However, you had indicated that there's been other misdeeds. I'm not sure if it's the same as adultery or not, or if there are other things that you have misled him about and lied to him about. And you're just wondering how to convince him this time that you're really serious about changing and you really would like to convince him to stay with you. Well, first of all, since you've expressed an interest in Islam and learning, I would highly recommend, just studying. Go to a masjid and, talk with the imam there. Get to know some of the sisters, see if there's study groups. And that way you could really study Islam on a personal level and really feel it in your heart and feel it in your soul and feel that, inshallah, that this is the path for you. Just based on your question, it seems like you have a lot of knowledge about Islam already, probably from your boyfriend. But I'm asking, inshallah, for you to take it a step further and do this on a personal level for yourself, for your life, and for your future. So inshallah, once you start studying more and gain more knowledge and an in-depth perspective of, what Islam is all about and, the history behind it and how much Allah loves us, what He expects from us, and, some of the things that we may have to change in our lives that may help you better on the path for which you seek. Now, regarding your concern about your boyfriend believing you this time that you're serious about not cheating, I think it is, or doing other deeds that are not good or lying. Sister, I'm not really sure how long you've been together, but if you've been together for a while and this has been going on for a while, it's going to be hard for him to believe you at this point. I mean, realistically, think about it. If somebody did this to you, I mean, how would you feel? Would you trust them? And, this is the sad thing because you probably both love each other very much. But somewhere along the line, you felt that it was okay to compromise the relationship, or you may not have taken the relationship as serious as you do now. Or perhaps you've learned more about Islam and that is really how you would like to live your life, and you would seek a spouse that you already know and who you care for and love, and who you feel you could be a benefit for each other. But before that happens, he would have to really fully believe and understand that you are changing, that you will change, and that these things won't keep reoccurring, right? So it's like if we commit a sin, right? Say like, we hurt somebody and we go to Allah to repent and we are sincerely sorry, right? And we're not going to commit that sin anymore. So when we repent, Allah covers that sin for us and we don't do it again, right? That's the whole purpose of repenting, is that we know we did something wrong, we seek forgiveness, Allah forgives us, and then we move forward with our life on a more positive note. We don't commit those sins again. So for some reason you may be committing the same sin over and over again. I don't know. It wasn't real clear after the adultery part, what other things were going on. But I can advise you, inshallah, to kind of, please, study Islam and also go for counseling, right? Now, counseling can help you get to the bottom and to the root of some problems you may be having personally, maybe things that have happened in your past, maybe some insecurities, things that have led you to repeatedly possibly do the same thing over again or do things that are harmful, not only to yourself, but to others that you love and who love you. Inshallah, if you choose to get counseling, this too would help. It would help you find out why you're doing some of the things that you don't want to do, and it will also help you in the future put your mind in a frame where you will be able to stop doing things that you don't want to do. You'll be able to think differently and look at the outcomes from a different perspective, right? And that's all part of healing anyhow, So inshallah, sister, I highly recommend that you do continue studying, maybe with sisters at the masjid in a class. Gain as much knowledge as you can, and again, humbly repent to Allah and ask for Allah's guidance and for Allah's forgiveness and His mercy and His help in helping you to stay on the right path. Because you sound like a wonderful sister. You sound like you really truly want to stay on a good path. And just pray to Allah and talk to Him, express that to Him, and ask for His guidance and His help. And Allah is very merciful, sister. He will help you if you're sincere. So with that said, regarding the boy that you like, you could approach him, with a plan of action, and of course with another apology, although he might not take it too seriously because things have happened before. But they say that actions speak louder than words. And, if he chooses to stay, and when he sees you studying Islam and taking an active part in your Islamic learning, as well as applying it to your life, and also going for counseling to help resolve anything that may or may not be contributing to your behavior, that will give him more of a sense of like, wow, this is real. She's really trying, and she's sincere this time. Our actions will show our sincerity in a lot of cases. So you may want to do those two things. Again, you can't force somebody to be with you. And I think you already know that. And it does seem like he has, been with you for a while, and he's been hurt. It seems like he's been forgiving, though. But all you can do, sister, is just stay on the path that you're on as far as Islamic learning and applying it to your life, and resolving any mental health issues or things that may be contributing to negative behaviors, as well as putting your faith and trust in Allah, knowing that whatever the outcome is, it is the best outcome for you because Allah knows best. So with that said, sister, please do sit down and have a heart-to-heart talk with your boyfriend. Study Islam, apply it to your life if you truly feel it in your heart. Get counseling. And also, lastly, if you're truly serious about following Islam and becoming pious and having a relationship with this boy that is a respectable and acceptable relationship to Allah and in Islam, then that will mean that you and him will have to stop seeing each other, because that's haram. You'll have to stop seeing each other until you are married. So, in order to really be truthful and to be faithful and upstanding on what you're trying to do, that last step will have to also take place. Now, you can still talk to him and you can still see him, but of course it'll have to be with a third party. It'll have to be supervised in order that you ensure that nothing haram happens between the two of you, because you're not supposed to be alone together. So that would be the last step on the beginning of a great journey. So anyhow, I know this was maybe a little bit much to digest at this point, but Inshallah, it will all work out in your favor. And inshallah, he will be able to regain trust, although it will take time. And possibly in the future, he will be your husband. We wish you the best.